So you're looking for a high protein breakfast idea to build muscle, stay satiated throughout the day, and overall just make you feel amazing. Well, I have an amazing idea for you. I've been eating the same breakfast for years now, and I feel absolutely amazing. So I wanted to share this with you. So thank you for joining. So as soon as 10 a.m. comes around, I'm gonna focus on firstly making a coffee. I always start the day with a hand press espresso, and I'll just pour a little bit of water in it. So technically, I guess it's americano. Now, the next part of the meal is where all the protein comes from. I typically go for 4 eggs, so that gives me around 24 grams of protein, which is great. And I'll typically go for the hard-boiled version for a couple of reasons. Number one, I can avoid any excess calories through oils. Secondly, it's just super easy to prep, so I can just throw them in a pot of boiling water and they'll be done in 8 minutes. And then third, the cleanup is super easy. I don't have to scrub a pan or do any of that work. When I'm boiling eggs, I typically like to go for more of the soft boil, so I try to keep the yolk runny to try to preserve some of the nutrients. The next main components are going to be a 1/4 cup of cottage cheese, which is going to provide a very good source of protein. And then also I usually go with half of an avocado. It's a really good source of fiber and healthy fats. I also love to add a few vegetables to my meals. Not only do they actually increase the volume of the food I'm eating, so it makes me feel more full on less calories, but they're great for you. They provide vitamins, minerals, fiber. So for this meal in particular, I try to pick some vegetables that go pretty well with eggs, and you can kind of change these out depending on your taste profile. But for me, I love caramelized onions. They taste amazing with any sort of eggs, especially in scrambled eggs. Cherry tomatoes, again, super great combo with eggs. And then lastly, I'll throw some green red pepper, yellow pepper, whatever I can get in there. It adds a ton of flavor and a ton of volume. And to top off the meal, I'll do a drizzle of some extra virgin olive oil for taste as well as healthy fats. And then I'll also do a little pinch of sea salt. And you may notice that this breakfast does not have a lot of carbs in it, and that's kind of by design and my preference. As the day goes on, my goal is trying to maintain my energy levels and really avoid that midday slump that a lot of people tend to have. And I found for me, if I eat a higher carb breakfast, my glucose tends to spike and my energy will plummet throughout the day. So I try to go for the high fat, high protein route at the start of my day. And then as the day goes on, I'll typically have a little bit more carbs with my lunch and my dinner. And I hope this was helpful in helping you design a good breakfast for yourself. And with anything nutrition and fitness related, one of the most important parts to actually achieving results is sticking to a program, sticking to a nutrition plan. And one of the parts about that is actually enjoying what you're eating and what your training style is like. So make sure that you're really enjoying the food that you're eating. Look for all the healthy options out there and see what you can do, see what you can put together. I know I absolutely love eggs, so for me, that's gonna be my base. Throw in some vegetables, some salt, some olive oil, it all enhances the flavor. So I really hope this gave you some good ideas for your breakfast and some good guidelines that I follow that might be helpful for you. If you're into health, fitness, nutrition, and just trying to become the best version of yourself, I make content on all those topics, just sharing things that's worked for me and some good ideas that you could possibly take away for yourself. So make sure to drop a follow if that sounds something that you might be interested in, and I hope this was helpful. Besides that, I hope you have a good rest of your day.